an undergrad degree in neuroscience, which apparently not many schools do still to this day. So yeah, don't have the doctorate will be coming though. That is my next step. Anyway, here you go.
What?
Yes. Here we have a beat 'em up based on the movie that lost the most money of the 90s, more than Waterworld.
I saw Waterworld. It is 1688, an age when pirates with a thirst for adventure sailed under a black banner bearing a skull and crossbones. The Jolly Roger, the most dangerous pirate of all, Dog Brown, terrorized the Caribbean in a quest to find the 3 map pieces of the legendary Cutthroat Island. Morgan Adams, the notorious lady pirate, was given a piece of this map by her dying father. Was up and to get it, but Morgan also seemed to get around the pirate hunter got her the sword is up from all. Now, as captain of her father's ship, the Morning Star, Morgan is out to find the treasure for herself, but before she can set sail for the last island, she must find the 3 map pieces. Her journey began in a prison in Jamaica, run by a vile man, simply known as the Warden.
I'm going to be selfish for a second and answer question. I got into running because I've been watching it for years and I've always enjoyed it, but people were looking for someone to run Coder about 2 days ago, so I started learning it.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. The game lets you pick from swordplay and brawling, as you can see here, and the difference is basically just that whether you slash or you punch for your main combos, and so there's no advantage to punching besides, well, none. You have less range. There's no point to it at all, so you just pick swordplay and move on.
So it's basically easy or hard mode?
Yeah, more or less. Alright, so here you can play as either Gina Davis or Matthew Modine, the man they got when like everybody else in Hollywood, including Charlie freaking Sheen, turned down millions to play the lead role in this movie. So as much as I love Gina, she's done a lot of cool things. I'm a big fan, but no. In this game, she doesn't cut it. I'll explain that later. So we go with Maximum Modine. And hit timer if you can. Go. Sorry.
No, it's alright.
That's all good. So here we get the knife.
Ah, 2 weapons.
It's Halo 2. Oh, really?
It's kind of random how much damage your stuff does in this game.
I might be able to I might be able to do Secret of Monkey Island, but I haven't played it in so freaking long.
I actually sped ran through the first 2 episodes of...
Here we go. Best weapon in the game right here. Check this out. Remember that grand prize we had for us for the marathon?
It's not that fun.
Well, get this. We got a gun axe, yo. Yeah.
Basically skip all the text.
2014 grand prize right there.
The infinite, yo. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, he broke out the infinite. Okay, here we go. I am definitely picking up this one up. I'm a little bit rusty in this game, so I will do that for safety.
Okay, we have a challenge instead of a question.
Ooh.
$1 for every game you can name that the player has to control more than 1 unit at a time, not just following the main character in the marathon.
Wait, in the marathon?
Yeah.
Oh god, here's the stage that I guarantee anyone who ever happened to play this got stuck on. In fact, I don't even know if I remember this. Let's see.
$1 for every game that you can name that the player had to control more than 1 unit at a time in the marathon. I'm going to go Final Fantasy 9 and take the easy one.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
StarCraft 2.
Yeah, StarCraft 2.
In the marathon.
Contra Force.
Yep.
So yeah, you have to avoid like rocks and trees and the big dudes with the sledgehammers. And if you run into any of them, guess what? You die instantly, and you're sent back to the beginning of the whole stage.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So it's a memorization.
Are you controlling more than 1 character right now?
Not really. Actually, funny thing though, if you play this on co-op, both players can control the minecart.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's
I think it'd probably kill whoever I was playing with.
Oh, I did it. I actually got it in the first try. I was not expecting that.
Nice.
Yay!
Ooh, you have 2 map pieces.
Okay, if you want your questions answered, since there's so many, you're just going to have to PM me on IRC.
So this level's kind of a maze here. You have to kind of go in there, not very well marked. And so we're going to try to do a 100% run this game, which means picking up all the hidden treasure chests throughout the game, this being the first of those. There are 5 total, so you'll be seeing more later. This is something I'm just doing for safety here. Going for a 1-up here in this room. There's 2 buildings with 1-ups, but I feel like if I should be good with just 1 here. So this is where the enemies start getting smarter in terms of dodging and such.
What's the estimate on this one?
I said maybe 25 minutes or so.
Just let me know whenever I can ask you questions. I don't want to interrupt you.
It's all good. You can do it now.
Why Funk Doc?
Why Funk Doc? I just answered this recently on my Ask.fm. Someone talked about that, but funny story. It actually came from Castlevania 3, in a sense. Because I used to be friends with someone who ran a Castlevania 3 website back in, 98. And he was really into Redman, and so he just randomly called me Josh the Funk Doc once, and being 13 at the time, I thought, hey, that's cool, and I used that as my name everywhere. So, yeah, I had the cannonball I picked up earlier in the stage. Yeah, that's instant kill an enemy.
Here's specifically for the hammer guy?
Yeah, hammer guys are terrible. They can bear hug you, grab you out of stuff, and their hammer itself does a lot of damage. Also, these guys are the worst. Drunken Peg Leg. You will learn to fear these very quickly. Although I got lucky there, taking him out fast. But those guys, oh my god, their breath has the range of your sword at least, and it does a lot of damage too. So the gun is 5 shots. I saved them all for these bosses here since they're both rather cheap. The first one is definitely the cheaper of the 2. Like so.
Yeah. Have you actually ever seen the movie that this game is based on?
I honestly have not. I'm just kind of interested in the story behind it. Ooh, I got lucky. I took him out. He's the problem. Now I have 2 shots left for this guy. But yeah, I kind of read about the story. Plus, I've always been fascinated by bad movies in general and such. Big fan of Mystery Science Theater and finding lots of other stuff that even they missed.
What should you do if you start running a game that no one else has run before?
Give up. Yeah. You'll never win. Destroy it.
Make sure no one else has really run it and there's no TAS.
Oh my god, here's another auto-scroller with a million things that can instantly kill you.
Yeah.
However, this stage used to be the stopping point for me in this game until I figured out a secret. Those cannonballs are all instant death, but if you stay at the very bottom of the carriage here, like so, they will never hit you. Yes.
Legit.
Okay. Which game do you love to speedrun, even if it's not your best game?
Super Metroid in my case.
That's kind of tough because right now, I haven't really put much effort into speedrunning any games that I don't have records on, or at least haven't come close to, but I'm considering learning a Ninja Gaiden for racing, so that would be a really good one, possibly.
Real. Well, they're really good. Thought about getting Sinister 1 in there to do some post rods.
I know, right? I mean, he says he is the best coach, so
I'm
I
very
gotta test
glad that people are starting to pick that game up again, because I really like seeing players. It's such an amazing game to work.
Are you going to win MLP at EVA?
Railkun has a better chance than me.
I agree with that one. Do you always practice on the original console, or do you ever practice on an emulator to save the cart / difficult to replace peripherals, etc.?
Oh my god. Well, with me in particular, it's interesting. The way I learn games is actually through emulator initially.
No, Iserman, this is not live.
What?
This is all spliced.
This is all spliced together. This happened years ago.
Oh,
It's all task.
Okay, sorry for interrupting that, but I just had to.
But,
I've actually got this really big green screen back here. It's really sweet.
This couch is actually green. It's spliced down the road.
I don't remember. So what? Oh god, what were we talking about again?
Do you ever
Have you
do you always practice on the original console, or do you ever practice on an emulator to save the cartridge?
Okay.
To go practice for
Yes, I tend to initially learn games through emulator, not to save my console stuff even, just because, well, the beauty of save states. I'll make a save state for each stage generally when I start learning a game, and then when I get the basic stuff down, I'll start. Oh god, that was the media. I could not avoid that. That's the damage I'm talking about. But yeah, the key there is that once I learn the general stages, I'll then set my save states to very specific trouble spots and just focus entirely on those. So. Yeah, I think emulator is a really useful tool. But then once you get down all that stuff, like you have the strategies all memorized and everything, then you should go to console for execution. Unless you can somehow play stuff on PC without input lag, which if you do, please PM me. I would like to know.
How much time do you practice your speedruns? And do you practice multiple games? That's for everyone, but we're just going to focus on covering.
I mean, I obviously do practice multiple games. I always, any marathon I'm in, I run multiple games generally. So, yeah, I do practice multiple games, and I put a decent amount of time in them. Probably not as much as some players, but a decent amount. Okay, this level. This level is another maze. Maze of doors. And also, we'll see if I can remember what to do here to get the... Oh god. Yeah, this is a quicksand. You have to mash out of it like so. Can I go in this? Oh my god. I might have just forgotten where to go. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Sorry. Might be the first door here if I can get past this.
Jenny, can you update the Twitch chat?
What's the game name?
Cutthroat Island.
Cutthroat Island. Okay.
Oh, here we go. This is the right one. Okay. So we do this, and then enter it again. And this takes us to the secret room here.
Ah. Oh yeah, you're doing the turn chests.
Yes, that's right. Doing 100%. The only way to play.
What do you think of this year's EVO list? Will you practice any of the games?
I think this is a fantastic lineup, possibly the best EVO's ever had. I was especially pleasantly surprised that they brought back MK9. The numbers for that game have gotten smaller, which is why I was not expecting it to stay in, but the thing is that the core scene for that, the people who do still play it, have taken it to an extremely high level. So it's going to definitely be some of the best quality of play of any of the games in the lineup. Just a very dedicated community, and that's a game that a lot of people wanted to fail from the very beginning. They were saying it would die after the first time it was an EVO. It's getting its third now. So,
What is EVO? By the way?
Evolution. It is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world.
Okay.
Basically, it's in Las Vegas every summer.
Okay.
It's fantastic fun.
Okay, this level. I have to remember what to do here because this is where things start getting funny with the skips. This is where do I have to go down here? Yeah, I do. Okay. So this is where I start, yeah, okay.
Again, anytime you can just tell a series.
Let me think. Do I do this? I think it's this one. Yes, okay, watch. Notice how I die there? If you fall too far, you die. But, yes, you just barely have enough time to land. So there you go. I just skipped almost the whole level there.
Nice.
Okay.
Fall damage.
What speedrunners do you look up to?
That's a really hard question for me because, frankly, it's a lot of them. I mean, speedrunning in general is just, it's all about dedication to your game, and that's something I always admire generally, so a lot of people. I guess if I had to pick a most, it would be the people who can take the most games to the highest level, like Harurubi and EXO, Dexter now, he's been doing a ton lately. He just got 11-13 on Batman today, by the way. He's been running that for like 2 weeks, and he's within 2 seconds of my world record. So that's kind of what I'm talking about there.
Have you played, other than obviously the marathon practice, obviously, I was going to ask if you played Batman recently, trying to improve your time?
Not trying to improve my time, but it's become more of a race game now, because if you know, like Sinister and Dexter and many other players do every week, like every Saturday, they do races for Ninja Gaiden. So they have now added Batman to the schedule since they've all started learning that. Well, let's see if I can get the skip. Watch this. Yes, I would have died if I wasn't invincible.
Can't even take that much of a fall.
So by doing this,
Ooh, 2 1-ups.
you get 2 1-ups, and also this is where the treasure chest is. See, normally you would have to go all the way to the left and hit a switch to reveal a hidden platform. But now, that platform just appeared here anyway. So that was a little sequence break there.
So 2 treasure chests to go.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, this level is a nightmare if you're playing the game normally.
Ugh.
Because there's just all these jumps and spikes and all this other crap to go through. But, here's another one. No. That was actually wrong.
That's it?
There we go. No, that is the one. Okay, that's the one I wanted. It just took one more life than I expected, but there's more 1-ups here. So this section, oh my god, okay. There is some just ridiculous sections with jumping, like climbing chains and jumping across them, and also having to deal with spikes that are on the chains, and so forth. See, look, that's how low you can die from fall damage from this game. Anyway, see all that stuff down there? You're supposed to jump across all that, but here's a hidden platform. There's a 1-up, and
Another 1-up.
So, so now we go here, jump across here. Those don't damage you for some reason, and
Was that not an enterable door there?
no, this is that's where you're supposed to go. So I just skipped through all the stuff I'm doing in the level here. I just skipped like 2 or 3 minutes worth of annoying jumping and climbing. Here, watch this one. The spikes actually break your fall. I would have died if I didn't land on the spikes.
Nice.
So that's this stage for you. This stage is the worst part of the game by far in playing normally, but these skips make it the most fun one for me to speedrun.
What is your favorite name for David Ryder in Space Mutiny?
A name that I actually used for like a file space type site where I hosted my tasks is Punch Rock Groin. Alright, let's see if I can get this one. If I can remember what to do here. This section, I can randomly get screwed out of getting the treasure chest here. So, I'll have to be careful on this one. Okay, so go here. And, okay. Here's the problem.
That was a long load.
Okay, see, it's really tricky to jump across those because it's very easy to accidentally get a shorter jump where he won't make it, and so he'll fall and die. But there you go, I got it. You can like sometimes if you randomly try to climb down that, he'll randomly just fall off.
And you can't get back up there?
So check this out. You have to fall into that pit to beat the stage. The game gives you no clue of that at all. It's great. There's an even funnier way to skip that stage and fall into the pit in any percent, but I unfortunately couldn't do that here because you missed out on the treasure chest by doing that. Now for the last 2 stages of the game. This is one of the cheaper boss fights you will ever see.
There's a kitty.
Yeah, about that kitty. So, okay. Yeah, see, that's the loop you have to get this guy into. Like, that is the only way to win this fight. And I'm still gonna die. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Almost.
See what I mean? He attacks right on top of you,
What is
and there's
that?
nothing you can do. I just died again. What the heck? But see, you only have to beat the guy. You don't have to beat the leopard.
And he had 1 hit left that whole time, too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This fight's horrible. This was hell for me until I figured out the trick of looping him with the rolls. Like, that's actually consistent. And yes, you get a Shoryuken as your last special move in this game. All the special moves in this game are completely worthless. Just FYI, don't even try them. Alright, last level now.
With the last treasure chest?
And actually some different music, for once. Even though they just recycled the Mutiny stage here.
Who do you play in Guilty Gear?
I played a different character in, like, every version of the game. In X, I played Faust at first, and then Testament. XX, I was Bridget. I loved abusing the Flaming Bear Super. It was ridiculous in that game, especially. In Reload, I played Robokai. Slash is the one I played the least. I didn't really play that much at all because I couldn't play Japanese PS2 games. And Accent Core, I played Ava, and that's where I really found success in that game. She's definitely interesting. She has like some interesting like footsie kind of stuff to her, as well as really good frame traps and managing your resources. Just a lot of things that, in general, I tend to enjoy and be good at is what she offers. So, oh god, I think we gotta get these guys next. The only time in the game you'll see these. Yeah, you pretty much just have to crouch stab these guys because they have huge range on their wacky dance here. Yo, that guy's having a party up in the corner there. Ah, we broke it.
What's your favorite game to run?
Favorite game to run for me, still Castlevania 3. Just because it has the best combination of,
There it is.
last treasure chest, so we're in for 100% now.
It's not this one.
Oh my god, this is actually a fun one as far as beat-em-ups go, just because of all the cool skips and the platforming stages. The actual beat-em-up part of the game is horrible, though, if you couldn't tell here. Don't worry, I'll have a much better one than this for the next game.
Is Castlevania
Still
3 your
crossovers,
favorite
right?
NES game?
Castlevania 3 is both my all-time favorite Castlevania and favorite NES game, period.
Oh, wow.
Always was ever since I played it as a kid. It just has, in terms of the music, all the different characters all being unique and fun to use in their own ways, and the branching paths in the game, just everything in that, really. Alright, time for Dog Brown. You're going to love this fight, y'all. Alright, remember Castlevania 4, the Medusa heads? Remember East Coast style? Lay it out.
Oh god.
Yeah, here we go. So,
Good fight.
So get ready on time?
It definitely makes pretty music with it. I don't know if you can hear it.
I beat the game! Alright,
Yay.
time.
1938.
Wow, I didn't expect sub 20 on that. Dang. All right. Also, this game still needs verifiers for SDA. If anyone wants to get on that, you can go ahead, beat the game, and sign up for that.
I feel like after this one,
Clear out the queue.
Yeah.
The run I did for that was like 14:20 or so, to give you an idea. So
What
there
do
you have it.
What do you think of the IGA and the Mercury Steam Castlevanias?
I don't have an opinion on those, really. I've only played the older ones much. I love Soten, but I'm not big on the Metroidvanias otherwise, and I never really cared much for the PS2 ones or Lords of Shadow or what have you. So, can't really say much there, unfortunately. Also, we're going to show the true ending of this game, so for those of you who haven't seen it before, get ready. This is why we got all those treasure chests earlier on. I never explained this earlier, by the way, so the reason Gina Davis isn't as good in this game is because her attacks have less range in general, and also her jump is floatier and she doesn't jump as far, which is especially a problem for some of the treasure chamber skips and such. That's, in fact, when I played this on bonus stream last year, I played Gina Davis for like the first time and I couldn't even beat the game because I wasn't used to her jump. So,
Apparently, France is waking up and says hi.
hi France.
The country of
Are you
France.
excited for Injustice?
I am really interested in it, yes. I mean, like I said, MK9 is one of my favorites of the more modern fighting games. I really like the current NetherRealm team. They have a good head on their shoulders. And from what I've heard of Injustice, it's basically like anime Mortal Kombat. And honestly, that sounds like a good thing to me. So, we'll wait and see. Just have to hope Superman doesn't end up with a broken infinite like in any other fighting game he's been in. Shout out to SNES Justice League.
Has anyone here gone through a game's code, open source or gratuitous decompilation, in an attempt to look for a glitched exploit?
Not necessarily glitch, but OmniGamer does a lot of stuff like that, just figuring out games RNG and how they work. Like, that's how he figured out how the drops in time cop work, among many other things. Health values for enemies and such.
Seaworks is like a cryptologist or something, or just knows a lot about cryptology.
Guys, spamming me the same question over and over doesn't matter. I'm just going from the top down. So you're just adding extra questions without actually improving your position.
These credits aren't bad, I gotta say. They're definitely no Metal Morph credits, but there's some good ones in here. The Penguin and Kev's Toilet Floor.
Is this what you're playing next?
Yes, it will be.
Who do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there will be Marvel in the marathon.
Yes, if you're asking when's
yeah.
Marvel, Marvel is going to be after this.
Guess what? It's Marvel, baby.
If you're asking when's Marvel, it's up
No.
next.
The only
Yeah,
time
you
you're
guys
ever going to
stick
see me
around.
playing Marvel.
You gotta stick around for 10 days for this.
Who do you think is the biggest cheese in Guilty Gear?
Ooh!
In for almost all the games, it's Eddie. Eddie, just unblockables and what his little shadow gives you in general just generally tends to be too strong. Although apparently Cliff and Zappa are like the hotness in the new update that's not on console yet.
They got nerfed.
Ah, yes.
They got nerfed hard.
Damn. Alright, here we go. True ending time. Congratulations! You've collected all 5 treasure chests. You will now be asked 3 questions. Place your response in the appropriate blank of the official entry form found in the back of your instruction manual. Send in our entry form after all questions have been answered. See manual for official sweepstakes rules. Good luck. Yes, that's what the treasure chests were for. So question 1. What weapon is found above the fireplace in the Smith's workroom on the island of Jamaica? Question 2. How many barrels are found in the tavern on the island of Jamaica? And finally, question 3. Name one type of cat that attacks you in the jungle on Cutthroat Island. Trademark. What to do now? 1. Put your answers on the official entry included in your game manual. 2. Place stamp on envelope. 3. Mail your entry as directed in official rules. 4. That's it. Good luck.
What do you win?
If you have misplaced your official entry form, print your name, complete address, day, time, phone, questions, answers, and game system, (S), owned on a 3x5 paper, and insert into envelope. Mail to Cutthroat Island, trademark, in-game sweepstakes. P.O. Box 4197, Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
I'm going to do that right now.
Entries must be received by December 31st, 1996.
Oh.
Prohibited by law.
Dang.
That was the true ending of Cutthroat Island, everybody.
They were about to get flooded with responses.
Hope you enjoy.
About 5,000 for the
Do
responses.
you play KOF?
Send them anyways.
I have played a little bit of KOF. I play a really cheap team like EXKyo, Claw Yori Hwajai. I live near Danny J, who's, a lot of you probably know him as the KOF tutorial guy, so I learned the game to an extent, but I'm really not a natural at it at all, and I've not played it recently, so yeah. I definitely respect the hell out of the game, though, and it's one of the best out there for sure.
Play KOF.
Sorry.
Any idea what was possible to win from that sweepstakes?
I don't know if anyone ever won a thing. Those things never did. It usually didn't work out well. Wolfenstein had a similar one.